Hello! So today my video is on faith and trusting the process. I think once you've had a diagnosis, after the initial shock has passed, I think the most helpful thing that I found was to ask myself, what's this here to show me? Do I need to make any lifestyle adjustments? Exercise, diet, stress? Am I giving away too much of my power? Am I putting all my energy into my family or work or going out? Am I just doing too many other things and spreading myself too thin? So I think for me, it came down to bringing my power back and bringing my energy back to myself. So luckily, surgery allows you to do that because you have to pause and you can't take care of other people. If anything, they take care of you. Sometimes that balance is needed, and in my case it was needed. I needed to take that pause, rest, and just be. I was too busy. I think this is what the lesson was for me. I was spreading myself far too thin, running around 100 miles an hour, trying to do everything and trying to do it perfectly. That's another big one. So I think it was helpful to ask yourself that question. What's this here to show me? Do I need to make any changes in my lifestyle? If so, then go ahead and do those. And after that, I think it's just trusting the process, having faith that it's here for a reason and it's here as a lesson, that you might need to change some things in your life that aren't working. I used it as an opportunity for growth, for rest, relaxation, and to get back in touch with myself. Who am I? What do I want in life? Just taking a pause, because we all live so fast these days, trying to do too many things, spreading ourselves thin, and I just found it really helpful just to stop, ask why it's here, what I need to address, make those changes if there are any, and then almost letting it go, almost leave it in the hands of your doctors. I haven't stressed over my situation. I accept it for what it is. I've made some adjustments. But other than that, I think the worrying about it is actually going to make it worse. I know it's difficult not to, I understand, but that's not actually going to help unless you turn that into productive help, like, oh, okay, this is here to show me I need to change my diet, or I need to exercise, or I need to stop certain lifestyle habits, then go ahead and make that change. But once you've done those things, the worrying is pointless after that. It's just going to cause your stress hormones to be released, and that will interfere with your healing. So if possible, just try to let it go. You know, make the changes and then don't worry. And try things like meditation or gentle exercise if you can, reading, journaling, just calming things to help relax yourself and hand the stress of it over to your healthcare providers. You know, there's no point in worrying about that side of things. You can do your own research, that's empowering, and I did that. But overly stressing isn't actually going to help. So for the most part, I don't think about my situation. I live far more in the moment. Like right now, I'm fine. I feel well, and if you don't, that's obviously harder. But trying to bring yourself back into that present moment and just not worrying about the future, because none of us know. That's the thing. You might know you're ill and you've had a diagnosis, but nobody knows. Even those without diagnosis don't know what's going to happen in the next minute. None of us do. So rather than feeling maybe victimised or, why me, or worrying about it, that's try to just release that. The other thing I found was, after asking the question, what's this here to show me? So not why me, but what's this here to show me? How can I use this as like a stepping stone to health or to make some changes in my life? The other thing I found really helpful was, do I need to address any undealt with emotions? Anything, even from your childhood, any repressed sadness or anger, or do you need to forgive? Just emotions are stored in the body, and if left undealt with, I believe it can lead to illness. So I think one of the processes for me was working through stuff, and just letting go. That might not apply to you. It might not. That might not be relevant. But I think, for me certainly, my tumour was multifactorial. And I actually think that's the case in a lot of people's cases. I think rarely is it one thing. And, everyone says, oh, well, it's because, of smoking, for example. But there are plenty of people that have smoked their whole lives and live into their 90s. So if it's that simple, then every single person that smokes would die of cancer or other related illness, emphysema or something. But it's not actually the case. So why is that? Why are some people more susceptible? I actually think it's multifactorial. So perhaps those that do get the cancer also have some repressed emotions they need to deal with. Maybe their lifestyle is not that healthy. Not, one thing aside, maybe there's other factors. Maybe there is stress in their life that they're not addressing. So I think for me it was helpful to look across the board at everything. Is it this? Is it that? Do I need to address this? How can I help myself here? What do I need to do? And then once I addressed everything, I just handed it over to my healthcare providers and also just to the universe. I have faith that this will work out. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is part of my journey, so I need to be on it. It's here to show me something, and it has. It's shown me loads. And yeah, I have faith that I am where I need to be right now. I need to be going through this, and that's okay. What can I extract from it? How can I grow? And just, if possible, might sound strange, kind of enjoy the process. I understand that's hard if you feel ill, physically ill. I understand that. But I see it as an opportunity for myself. And I've learned so much. It puts other things into perspective. I have no fear anymore. That's been amazing. I don't worry about the small things like I used to. There's been a lot of changes. all good though. All positive. So there is so much, even from a supposedly negative situation, there are always positives to be gained, I believe. And just try and extract everything you can out of your situation and try to learn the lesson that it's here to show you. And that's, I think, what I've taken from my situation. What are those things I needed to change? For me, it was de-stressing, slowing down. It's okay just to be. I don't have to always be doing. Taking back my power, stop giving it away to everybody else. And just that I think one of the biggest things as well was realising I'm complete enough just as I am. I don't need for everything to be perfect. I tried very hard to make everything, absolutely perfect, and it was exhausting. So now, I'm just happy for things to just be. It is what it is. And I think they're the lessons I've gained out of my situation. Yours will probably be different. But yeah, I trust in the process, and what will be. And all the time I'm here, I'm going to fully enjoy it. I'm going to feel the joy. I'm going to feel every single emotion that comes out. I'm going to really feel it. I'm going to lean into it, feel it, and I feel like that's the point of life. It's not necessarily to be perfect. It's certainly not a facade of perfection. That's definitely not what it's about. It's not looking like you've got it all together. I've got the great job, I've got the great house, I've got the car, we have the holidays. To me, it's not about that. It's about the experiences. So I now lean into everything, all the emotions, all the experiences, and my mantra is, what positive can I gain from this? Even when I have an MRI, what positive is there to be gained from having this right now? It's not always easy, I know that. But if you look hard enough, the chances are you'll find a positive. For my brain surgery, the positive was that I got to relax for a few days. That was good. Ow, and I got fed hospital food. It was good. I didn't have to cook it. Positive. I got to relax. And other people, I think, couldn't believe how positive I was. But just, if you look hard enough, you'll find it, I think. Positive mindset. But it's okay. You don't have to feel positive all the time. That's pressure. And that's also trying to be perfect. So it's okay to have ups and downs. That's normal. That's human. But rather than focusing on the negatives, I try and shift my focus onto the positives. And I find that really helps. And the other thing I've learned from my situation is that resisting your situation will cause the pain. So I think I've sailed through my brain surgery and situation so easily because I haven't resisted it. I've just gone along with it. Even when they told me, well, I can't change this right now. I can't change it. I can only change it by having the surgery. So, okay, fine. They showed, the front part of my hair. I could have resisted that and, wished that it hadn't happened and wished that it would grow faster. I didn't do any of that. It's like, it is what it is. It will grow back. Resisting it isn't going to make it different. I think it's only going to make it worse. So just accepting things as they are, and if you can make a change, great, go ahead and make that change, and if you can't, then just release it. I couldn't make my hair grow any faster, so I didn't even think about it. Yeah, it's seek the positives, and the chances are you'll be able to find something. I truly believe that. Even if it's just, I didn't know I could do this. I had no idea how strong I was, and I can't believe I'm doing this. You know, if you're going through, you know, facing surgery or some medical procedure, perhaps the only positive is that you come out of it and you realise you're really strong. You know, oh my goodness, I did that. I had no idea. And I also believe that things only happen when you're able to cope with them. So we only get what we can cope with, I think. So maybe that sounds harsh, but this has happened to me. So I can cope, and I have. And that's really empowering. So yeah, seek the positive. Yeah, have faith.